Good morning, Eastern North Carolina. It's Saturday, November 4th. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Adaure achumba. They're used in everyday household items like nonstick cookware, stain-resistant carpet, and even microwave popcorn bags. Hackers have been targeting financial data and personal health information across the country, and tried IT experts are watching the developments closely. Her 4-year-old pulled up a table to the kitchen counter, got on that, and then got to the top of the refrigerator to get to the gun, which was atop of the kitchen cabinet. And now things are changing at home. The robbery was fast, lasting about 2 minutes. One of the workers I spoke with said at first she thought the cook was playing a trick on her, but then she saw a gun. Greensboro police say 2 children were in the car with Carolyn Tiger when a man got out of his own vehicle with a rifle and started shooting at them. Investigators tell me that they are looking for evidence to a crime, possibly a body buried right behind me in this pasture. A group who call themselves heirs of the Confederacy plan to hoist the Confederate flag right here where the Silent Sam statue once stood, but they were quickly outnumbered by anti-Silent Sam protesters, most of them students. And we're just getting some more details about the accident that are pretty hard to hear. Highway Patrol officials tell us that 11-year-old Lanaya Wright was hit by a pickup truck that was traveling in the northbound lane of Main Street. A church in Rocky Mount donated nearly $22,000, and one in Georgia donated $12,000 recently. But that's not $5 million that Bennett College needs. Take all those people, the fans and families that are going to come out and watch these games, and what you have is a whole lot of people spending a whole lot of cash. I wish you could smell or scratch the TV like this and smell what I smell. I'm at the corner of Gordon and Fairview. It's the best spot here to catch a glimpse of the old plant. The good news is it smells better now in the afternoon than it usually does in the morning when the stench is pretty bad.
Hi Adaure, what are you seeing driving there?
Hi guys, we are on Highway 70 East going towards New Bern, and we just drove through Kinston, North Carolina. The water levels are going to get high, and what that means is that people need to get out of the way. And this is duplicated all across the city. Now, think about what we've been telling you all day about downtown New Bern and how it has been overrun by floodwaters. We drove up down the bridge, the Alfred Cunningham Bridge over Trent River, and we had to turn around because the road was impassable. The river had overrun the entire Union Park. People I spoke with said they've never seen anything like this, and just for stuffed bears. Earlier, I was told that this line wrapped around the building and circled right back and came right back to the front entrance. And that's when they decided they had to cut it off because they didn't have enough of these guys to go around. The robbery was fast, lasting about 2 minutes. One of the workers I spoke with said at first she thought the cook was playing a trick on her, but then she saw a gun, and that's when she knew she had to stay calm and act so no one would get hurt.
We didn't see them come in, but I was in the far corner and I had my back turned.
Waitress Kat Purdue has only worked at Herbie's Place for 6 months. She never thought a night at the diner could turn out like this.
The guy said, "This is a robbery." And I said, "Yeah," and turned around. And he had a .38 and wanted to know, did I want to be shot before the cash register was open or after?
Greensboro police say the 2 masked men in the video are part of a group who've robbed more than 20 businesses. They've hit Family Dollar stores on Summit Avenue and Coliseum Boulevard, and the Citgo gas stations on Wendover Avenue and Spring Garden Street. They brandish guns and demand cash.
And they had a .38 to the back of Maria's head, and she was praying. My only thought was keeping her alive. That's why I kept telling her, just stay on the floor, baby. It's going to be okay. I opened the cash register, they grabbed the money.
And then they took off.
God forbid if something happened and one of my people were hurt. That would probably be the end of third shift.
Diner owner Sonia Campbell hopes by showing us the video, someone recognizes the men, their clothing, or their masks.
If anybody has any information, please call the police. Please call Crime Stoppers. Please call somebody and tell them, because what these people are doing is not right.
To get these guys off the streets, Greensboro police have upped the reward to $5,000. If you can help, you can call Crime Stoppers at 336-373-1000 or text TIP to Bad Boys at 274-637. You can also submit a tip online to ggcrimestop.org. Greensboro police say 2 children were in the car with Carolyn Tiger when a man got out of his own vehicle with a rifle and started shooting at them. Now, the mother of 3 died from her injuries, and the newly released 911 calls are giving insight into what exactly happened.
South Elm Street, the driver is hit. There's a baby, there's a woman, there's a bojangles, there's a fire, there's a fire truck right here.
A frantic 911 call Sunday afternoon describes the scene after someone shot 26-year-old Carol Tiger as she drove on South Elm Eugene Street with 2 children in the car.
They're fine. They know about it, and it seems like they're just blissfully unaware. Like, it's just like, I don't think that they know how to react to it either.
Police say Tiger and a man in a light blue Hyundai had a minor accident about a block away. Then things escalated.
She was trying to get over. He kept trying to stop her from getting over. When we got to the light where she actually stopped, he got out of the vehicle when she zoomed off because she saw him going to the trunk. He pulled out, it looked like a shotgun, and started shooting.
Police say he fired several shots into Tiger's car, killing her, but not injuring the kids in the car with her.
She loved her kids. She just loved to have fun. She loved her job and the people who she was working with. She just was a very family and fun-oriented person.
Her family and friends want the gunman to own up to his actions.
I just want my best friend to get justice and for everybody to just remember Carol for who she was.
Now, police have reviewed available surveillance video, but they're not releasing any of it just yet. But they do say that if you were in the area of South Elm Eugene Sunday afternoon, or you know anything related to this incident, call Crime Stoppers at 373-1000. Confederate flags in hand, about a dozen Silent Sam supporters walked onto the UNC campus. Still upset, the controversial statue dedicated to Confederate soldiers is gone. But just as they began their chanting,
all lives matter,
student protesters unfurled flags of their own. And for more than 2 hours under pouring rain, more than 60 of them marched alongside the Confederate supporters, aiming to silence what they called a hate message.
But I'm just glad people are out just combating this. It's frowned upon here. It's just, we don't want that mindset.
These guys are maniacs. They think they want to represent their Southern heritage, but their Southern heritage is slavery.
And when the Confederate supporters could get a word in, they begged to differ.
What was that goal that you intended?
stand up for white Southern culture, simple as that, which is all inclusive. It includes black, it includes yellow, white, gay, straight, male, female, all of it, Southerners.
Now, there were occasional skirmishes during the protest when both sides kind of got into each other's faces at different points, but there were dozens of Chapel Hill police and campus police on hand to make sure nothing got out of hand.
Take my 10-year-old to mental health. My kids has never been away from me, so it has really put me through stress for my son not to have stayed at home and not knowing how long he's going to be down there.
A fourth grader on suicide watch, and an outburst in class may have saved his life.
This can be a whole different interview. And the only reason I kept him there is because, like the nurse said, because I had second thoughts. And she said, what if you take him home and he does something to himself? That's something that I wouldn't be able to live with, knowing that I had the opportunity to get him help.
The mom says that help let her son open up.
The doctor said, he said that all he keeps talking about is the teacher. He feel like the teacher just don't like him.
The boy's mother has words of encouragement for other parents, and she says the key is communication.
So you just never know what a child is going through in their mind. And if my child is suffering from this, I'm sure it's other children that's going through the same thing, and they just scared to speak up. Talking to your children, asking them how did their day go, how was class, just asking questions. Don't overlook it.
The mom says he is home now, but still undergoing therapy, and he won't be going back to that school.
I don't ever want this to happen to him or to no child. It's not right.
A psychologist I spoke with says peer-to-peer bullying in schools and suicides from such bullying is on the rise. But bullying between a teacher and a student is not very common.
WFMY News 2's Adaure Achumba is live at Bryant Park. Adaure, this is a big-time moneymaker that goes on for an entire week.
Indeed it is. More than 200 teams, 4,500 athletes, coaches, and recruiters have all converged here on Bryant Park for the championship tournament. Now, take all those people, the fans and families that are going to come out and watch these games, and what you have is a whole lot of people spending a whole lot of cash.
Top salad, and I'll bring another plate, Philly cheesesteak.
To have the tournament back in town. And this is after it proved to be a moneymaker last year. City leaders estimate it brought in $7.5 million into the economy.
We had a lot of customer flow coming in for lunch, coming in for dinner, and a lot of customers who love the food. So they were here multiple times because once they had tried the food and good service, they were back here.
Food and shopping and the malls and everything else. There's plenty of things for people to do here in Greensboro.
Now, soccer isn't the only game bringing cash into town. The Powerade State Games High School Tournament tipped off at the Greensboro Coliseum today. You're inside your car, it's raining heavily, and all of a sudden, what you thought was a small pool of water starts rising. But you keep driving because it's not inside your car yet. Officials say that's a bad idea. All it takes is just 1 foot of fast rising water down here, and you're in trouble. First, we start off with some breaking developments overnight. Greenville and East Carolina University police are investigating an assault on a man near the campus. Making sure your children get the education they need can start at the legislative level. A legislative breakfast gave Craven County educators a chance to express their concerns to lawmakers. Also breaking overnight at exactly 12:08 a.m., O.J. Simpson walked out of a Nevada prison a free man. This after 9 years behind bars. The former football star O.J. Simpson now free on parole. The Down East Holiday Show continues at the Greenville Convention Center. The event raises money for the Pitt Community College Foundation. It almost feels like spring.
Yeah, I know. It's especially when we had 80 yesterday. We're going to see that 80 again going into next week. So, I mean, if you like the warmer weather, enjoy it while you can. Right, it looks like it's going to change a little bit.
Absolutely. All right, now, talking about changing weather, people in California are breathing a sigh of relief following weeks of evacuations. And that's all the time we have with you this morning. Good Morning America is next.